Okay, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to jump on this Zoom training. It is January 8th, 2016. This is Heather Gordon, and I am in Dallas, Texas, and I'm a regional marketing director with Nerium International. And I have been in the company for about 2 years and 4 months, and I'm looking forward to taking about 20 minutes of your time this morning to share with you how we are going to run to the arches in the next 90 days. And what running to the arches really means is getting your business launched or relaunched or ranked up, getting you paid and promoted, and getting you to your Lexus car. As far as I can tell, there's 2 of us on the group here that have hit our car level. But what's exciting about this new year is the program that the company put in place for us is a new start for everybody. So we are all starting as baby brand partners, and Kate and I are starting as hypothetical baby brand partners. And so what that means is we're doing the same exact thing that we did to get to our Lexus to begin with, and we're going to teach you guys how to do it, and we're going to do it with you guys. So we're all locking arms and doing the same thing for 90 days. So my short story is this. I was introduced to Nerium when I was going through a divorce by a good friend of mine, and she didn't tell me really anything about the product.
Okay,
I did not try the
okay,
product
and I'm gonna make it.
If you haven't muted your phone, it's an iPhone. Go ahead and mute your line, please. I don't think I can mute all of them. I don't think. So try to mute yourselves. Whoever's on the iPhone that didn't mute themselves, I'm talking to you. Lower left corner. So, okay, so I went to my friend's RRP, her in-home party. It's really important you guys understand this because I'm the last person that would have signed up for a home-based business. It's not even something I've ever considered. In fact, nobody had ever even asked me to look at information about a home-based business. So I don't know if I should be offended by that or what, but I guess their loss, right? So I saw a home party video, and it was the Nerium Experience full presentation, but we only had night cream at the time. The company had just turned 2 years old. In fact, the day cream was coming out the following day. So there was a supplemental piece that I think Mark Smith did over the phone for us. At any rate, I signed up on the spot for the $1,000 launch kit because I saw the numbers, I saw the big dreams, I saw the business model, and I knew I couldn't believe that nobody had told me about this in 2 years, basically. The company was 2 years old. The reason I had success has really nothing to do with anything I brought to the equation other than my decision to finish what I started and my decision to follow the system. I only understood Nerium as a system that you followed like you would get through college. However, I never did even finish college. So I'm not one of those people to finish what I start. This is actually one of the first things I finished. It was easier than anything I had ever done. And truthfully, I saw the dream. I never saw the dream in college. So I started and stopped so many times because I didn't know what I wanted to be, and I didn't really see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I didn't see where it was going to take me. And it seemed like it was going to take a really long time. That's probably why I didn't finish college. So with Nerium, I saw 90 days. I can do this in 90 days. So I did what they told me to do, and I made a really good list of 100, 200 names so that I had abundance. I had an abundance of inventory to choose from. So I knew I had so many people on my list. How could I fail at this as long as I made a good list and I got the information in front of the people? And I followed that system. And about 3 weeks later, I what we call double rank advanced, and I hit the rank of director, and I got my iPad. If you're in your 60-day window still and this is an opportunity for you to get this, get it. It doesn't suck to open your mailbox and get an iPad in the mail. And then I helped the people that joined my team get their iPad, and shortly thereafter, I got the Lexus keychain, which comes with the actual Lexus, $500 a month towards a $55,000 car. It's amazing, and it's very doable, and that's what we're gonna do for you guys in the next 90 days. And then shortly thereafter that, I received an invitation to go on the cruise, the 5-star all expense paid cruise to the Bahamas. And I got to take my mama with me, and Jamie and her husband came as well, and this is what the invitation was. And so we're now also running for the next trip to Cancun this summer. So you guys, this is really doable, and the little goodies are amazing, but it comes with money, okay? So that's my operative word for the year. We didn't spend enough time talking about hard, cold cash last year. And I want to talk about money because that's what we're all here for, right? You guys can make a lot of money. Don't get so caught up in how much there is to do that you forget the reason you're doing it. We all made it, most of us made it through at least high school. A lot of you probably made it through college. We've done a lot of things in our lives that really didn't even probably pay us very well or weren't even rewarding. Some of us may still have jobs that we show up for that don't really pay us very well and aren't very rewarding. So I promise you, draw your line in the sand, make the decision to run for 90 days. It is a trade-off, okay? I promise you. You can't do the same things you've been doing with your time and expect to get different results. Figure out where you're going to take the time from every day. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, but it's consistency daily, okay? Darren Kidd likes to say 9 women can't make a baby in a month. So it's more about doing less daily, but doing things daily, which is the Jeff Olson slide edge mentality. So we're going to do it in a really easy way. We are all working off of this one, well, it's 2 sheets once you print it out. These 2 sheets of paper, okay? This is the tracker sheet for the 90-day run. Everything you need is going to be on this sheet. And how we're going to all get paid and promoted this month and make double dollars. If you haven't heard, the company's paying us double dollars this month. We're going to put 175 names, put 2 a day if you want to make it easy in each one of the calendar days. That's your 2 a day for your exposures, but don't let your minimums be your maximums. If you want to do 5 a day, 10 a day, I would personally, I do a lot more upfront so you can take advantage of double dollars, bring your 3 brand partners in the beginning half of the month, and give yourself and then your new brand partners time to earn double dollars in the second half of the month. So if you look in this little box, it's got your 3 preferred customers, your 3 brand partners, and your 2 parties. So we're all going to bring in 3 brand partners this month. We're going to recruit 3 people. That's how we're going to get the senior brand partner, and we're going to get paid and promoted double dollars, and we're going to hit that next rank. We're also going to bring in 3 preferred customers. In the process of exposing people 2 a day or more, you're going to have some people join as customer and some join as a brand partner, and we want both. The 3 customers are what is going to give you an overhead-free business. So we're all looking for 6 people or more to join us in January. The sooner the better, so that we get double dollars, an overhead-free business, we rank up to senior brand partner, and we're on our way to the next level of getting that Lexus. So the easiest thing to do to recruit these brand partners and preferred customers is to book 2 parties. Book your parties right away. I actually just booked another one today for next Tuesday. I don't like booking parties. I don't like doing parties. I like doing your parties at your house with your people. I understand it's difficult, and I'm going to be really transparent with you. It's not my favorite thing. But what I do know is it's the easiest way to get the most people in front of the information as fast as you can, and it creates duplication. So once those 3 people come on your team, you're going to want them having parties because you're going to want to tap into their network by doing that at their house. So front load your parties, then you'll give yourself time to help your new brand partners book their parties. So that's my advice to you. This isn't the time to be squeamish about the parties. The only way to it is through it, and we're all doing it together. The second thing for recruiting is NeriumLife.com. NeriumLife.com is our incredible webinar where Mark Smith just throws down the presentation in about 15 minutes. It is every hour on the hour, and it's perfect for anybody. If you want to get fancy with the Nerium Communication Center and all the different videos we have, go for it. I want to teach simplicity so that nobody has excuses to not get to their car in 90 days. So if you simply did parties and you sent people to NeriumLife.com and you did a minimum of 2 a day, I promise you, you won't recognize your life in a year. So that takes care of January. And then on the second page, we basically have February and March. So what's going to happen in February is you're going to rank up to director. You might get there in January. I know Kate and I are both on this call. We both hit director iPad in about 3 weeks. So if you do a lot in the beginning of the month, you'll make it even easier on yourself. But this is the roadmap to Lexus is 90 days, and they've got director in February, and then we can get to Lexus in March. This is very, very doable. One of the things that we don't also talk about enough that has to do with our money is our paychecks. We get paid 5 times a month, and we get paid every Wednesday, and then we get paid on the 15th. The weekly check, the Wednesday check, is driven, pun intended, on Thursday morning to Wednesday night. So if you start focusing, chunk down the month, okay, so we're in week 2 right now, it's the 8th. So the 8th through the 14th, but until Wednesday, you have an opportunity to get your paycheck up. So I would kind of go bananas right now and hope to have a bigger check on Wednesday. So we're gonna really be driving that weekly check a little bit better to help you guys compartmentalize what needs to get done so we're not getting off track and waiting till March, and then we're kind of behind the 8 ball. So we want to make sure, I would put the goal for senior brand partner of the 15th of the month. That way you have the second half of the month to keep earning double dollars on your team and get to director. So we've got the tracking sheet where we're logging all of our information, and the last thing is the bottles, getting your bottles in and out. So what I'm going to do, and what I think you guys should do, the bad diagram here. On the back of your tracking sheet, okay, this is a blank page. I know you can kind of see through it, but on the back of your tracking sheet, you want to put the number of bottles in your inventory across the top. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say you had 5 bottles. Well, it takes about 5 testers per bottle. So I would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down vertically. So let's say you've got 5 bottles, you can get 5 names out of each bottle. So 5 times 5, that's 25 people. You can test 25 people with your 5 bottles. I wish we got a preferred customer for every tester. It's probably not going to happen. And what's more realistic is to imagine 1 preferred customer signing up for each bottle, and then the company sends you another bottle back. But that means 5 testers are going to go in and out, and probably 1 person will sign up. You might have more than that, but I want to give you guys realistic expectations so that when you're dropping off and picking up the bottle, you're not thinking like, oh, why don't they want to sign up, and they don't want to sign up, and they don't want to sign up. You know what? The next one will. Okay, it's just kind of the law of averages, and that's about what it's at. So we're getting our bottles in and out. We've got 100 names plus 100 minimum on our tracking sheet. We're doing 2 a day, if not more. We're booking our 2 parties. And, you know, I'd like to ask you guys to go ahead and register for the convention, for the St. Louis convention. And I'm going to tell you a story about that. I wouldn't be here right now if Darren Kidd didn't tell me I had to be in Baltimore when I had been in this business for 3 weeks, okay? I didn't look like I look now. I didn't talk like I talk now. I was in a really bad place in my life, and I didn't want to talk to you. I didn't want you talking to me, and I certainly didn't want to go to some rah-rah event with a bunch of strangers. I had no money, and I had 2 little kids. And I was put on the phone with Darren, and Darren said to me, Heather, I know you're one of those people that wants to make $10,000 plus a month. I got news for you. Anybody that's making it or is going to make it is going to be at the convention. Now, that doesn't mean everybody at the convention is already making $10,000 a month, but the mentality is such that you can't let your reason be your excuse, which was, what am I going to do with my kids? How am I going to get the money? So I borrowed, I sold things on Craigslist, I did what I had to do. I promise you, if you can't imagine being in St. Louis in April for whatever reason, I'm sure they're valid, register for the convention anyways. I'm sure you can find the money to pay for the ticket. It's somewhere around $100, give or take. The rest will figure itself out, because what's going to happen if you register for the convention is you're going to commit to yourself, and then that commitment is going to hold you honest with yourself, and then you've got even more of a reason to deliver for yourself. So I want to make sure you guys are in St. Louis. I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't go to Baltimore. What'll happen is it'll go from your head to your heart, and you'll really feel like you belong to something, and you'll really be locked in for life. So I have not done this on my past calls over the last couple of days because I was talking really long, but I learned, so I talked really fast today. I want to unmute the lines. If anybody wants to give me any thoughts and feedback, or if anything wasn't clear, or you have any questions, if anybody else has to get back to work or whatever and you need to jump off, I won't be offended if you get off the line. But if somebody wants to unmute and talk about anything, please be my guest. And Kate, if you want to say something, jump in.
Yeah, just the one thing that I was thinking of, and I've been on and off. I've had a bad connection, so I've gotten on and off, so I apologize. Did you cover, or can you cover, the weeks and how they work and how we go from Thursday to Wednesday night close? And
I did cover that.
Did.
You must have popped off. And yeah,
I did.
We're driving our weekly check, and it's going to help us like really kind of accelerate what we're doing and front load what we're doing. And you guys will see. So the company's in momentum right now. Momentum is not a constant, right? The nature of the word means it comes and goes. So the pendulum has to swing both ways. You better be on that pendulum when it's swinging backwards. I promise you, don't let go. But right now it's going up. So why this is so easy for all of you guys who may be thinking, what is she talking about? How am I going to get there to this car in 90 days? Because you're going to ride on our coattails. If you've ever seen birds draft or race cars draft, you're going to piggyback on our speed, and it's going to make everything easier for you. It's part just excitement and emotion, but it's also all of the things the company's rolled out. Like, hello, they didn't need to pay us double dollars this month. I mean, thank you. Like, Merry Christmas again for us. So there's just a lot going on right now. So anybody else have questions? Nope. Okay. I want you guys to book your parties, and I want you guys to get your bottles out. And if you want, invite your upline sponsor to be at your party. If for some reason they can't be, I'm happy to zoom into as many of them as I can, like this, to your living room and share my story and whatnot. If you guys privately need to comment or get in touch with me, my number is 972-804-4555. Call me anytime. I'm here to help you. I am here as a resource. And we rise by lifting others in this business. And I am 100% here for you guys. And whatever you want out of this business, I'm here to help you make it happen, or find someone else who can join in and help you get it done. So thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it. Let's go. Dream big this year, okay?
Thank you, Heather.
Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye.